Hello everybody! Good day! Good day sa ating lahat. Kamusta na, Joseph?
Ito kuya, talagang quarantine pa rin, GCQ pa rin kami dito sa Laguna.
GCQ pa rin, no? Dito sa Laguna. Well, it is a very special weekend dahil Father's Day. And isa to sa mga reason kung bakit tayo nagbi-business, Joseph, because of kailangan tayo mag-spend ng quality time sa ating mga magulang, sa ating mga anak. Well, just wanna make sure naka-live na tayo, no? Sa ating page. We're about to check. Maraming salamat. Thank you for joining us. This is the Beyond Frontliners. Every week kami ni Joseph, nag-i-interview kami ng mga entrepreneurs. We're trying to we are asking them kung kamusta sila, especially ngayong pandemic. Joseph, ano ba ang program ngayong gabing ito?
Well, very special to especially sa inyo kuya, no?
Yon.
Ako kasi ay parating pa lang doon.
Lapit na maging tatay.
Malayo pa. Pero
Malayo
ayan,
pa ba?
nag-aano tayo, still habang single tayo, we are making sure na pagdating natin doon, hindi tayo mamumroblema sa pambili ng gatas, ng anak, or even yung
Tama.
mga pang-date sa misis, di ba?
Oo, syempre. Sige.
And kaya nga to, naisipan natin to, kuya, di ba, na bilang Father's Day special.
Oo. Well, pakilala naman natin yung ating mga speakers for tonight. Una kong papakilala yung isang speaker natin, Joseph. He is the founder and the CEO of successful IT security company based in Philippines, Pandora Labs, where after 5 years of growth, merged with the OutSOC Bolton Group. With the new group, he continuously help in building great products and channel customer relationships within the AsiaPac region to bring value to customers and investors. And more importantly, not just an entrepreneur, ang ating isa sa mga guests natin tonight, he is also a dad. Yan. Kasama natin ngayong gabi, isa sa mga guests natin, si Mr. Isaac Sabas. Isaac, good evening.
Good evening. Good day. Hello.
Yes. Kamusta na?
Okay naman.
Yung isang speaker naman natin, very close to my heart. He's a good friend of mine. I-introduce natin ni Joseph.
Hello?
Go ahead, Joseph.
Okay, dito naman sa pangalawa nating speaker. Ito, nakilala ko na to through Coach Paul din. And he is a graduate of law from San Beda College, Alabang School of Law in 2014. He passed the bar exam in 2015 and has been in practice of law for 5 years. Upon passing the bar examination, he practiced solo in the areas of corporation, labor, and energy laws. He had a couple of stint and consultancy works in the government, including the Philippine National Oil Corporation, Renewable Corporation, government-owned and controlled corporation, where he served as company corporate secretary from 2016 to 2019. As of this period, he manages Orioste Law Office located in the City of Makati and continues to cater clients in the energy and labor sector. So siya po si Attorney Alfonso Ponch, L. Orioste Jr.
Ponch,
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening sa lahat ng viewers. Yeah. Kuya Paul, Joseph, thanks for having me here. It's a privilege to be your guest tonight.
Yon. Well, yun nga. Meron tayong mga dads ngayong gabi. Si Isaac at si Ponching. They are the two dads. They are both also in the field of business and in the field, of course, of entrepreneurship. Sa inyong dalawa, kay Isaac saka kay Ponch na, yun nga, personally, I know them also and we work with them sa Del Sal Philippines kay Isaac at si Ponching, of course, being in the video industry. Yon. Well, just wanna ask, how did you guys started with a business? Paano kayo namulat sa field ng business? Ah, Isaac?
Sige. Well, for me naman, it really started with, well, I was technically exposed in an early age, because my dad was a businessman. He did run a couple of farms, and he was more in agricultural side. And growing with a family that is exposed with entrepreneurship, I have this understanding. Of course, if you wanted to have extra or make a bit more than what you make, business is the way to go. So I was exposed nung simula, ganun yung aking mindset. And then it also started when I graduated sa college. It was what made me get into what you call this, entrepreneurship, is the idea na ang daming pwede pang gawin na ideas na parang ganon. So sabi ko, why not create something and try it out and see if it would work, no? And of course, very very young pa ako noon. Didn't have a lot of experience. So ano yan experience is the best teacher, no? So yeah, that's technically how I started. Of course, being exposed at the same time, ano din siya, out of curiosity, no? Out of curiosity. That's my story.
Nakakatawa naman yung istorya ni Isaac, very inspiring. Yun nga, yung humble beginnings niya. Sa'yo naman, Ponching, paano ka nautusan ka lang muli ng Toyo Tsuka Paano ka sa business?
Well, it's a really different, parang contrasting kami ni Isaac, Kasi yung family namin, Kuya Paul and Joseph, wala talaga kaming background sa business. My dad was a lawyer when he was still alive. My mother worked as a social worker, so parang 8 to 5 p.m. job lang din siya. Ako naman, kaming dalawa ni Mrs., we look for opportunities na napag-usapan namin yon, na naisip namin, why not add another income stream, or another basket to put our eggs into, so to speak. So naisip namin mag-asawa, sabi namin, she has her daytime job at the Court of Appeals. So I have my own law office. So naisip nga namin na tara mag-add tayo ng another income opportunity. Kaming dalawa ni Mrs. mahilig kaming kumain. Mahilig kami mag-dine in sa mga different restaurants kapag nagde-date. And then, we prayed for it kung ano yung best or kung ano yung ibibigay sa amin ni Lord na opportunities, business opportunity. So, while praying for it, opportunity presented itself when one of our close family friends offered his meat trading business. So, nag-venture na raw siya sa ibang industry. So, sabi niya, naghanap siya ng mapagkakatiwalaan ng business. So we prayed for it, and we studied the financial statements, we studied the market, although medyo mas lamang si Mrs. kumbaga sa field na yon, sa pag-aaral ng mga business, kasi economics siya. Ako, political science. So medyo napalayo, pinag-aralan namin yung market tsaka yung opportunity, and we saw it as a good investment, and we opted to purchase the business and manage the business until today. So masasabi ko, Kuya Paul and Joseph, na it's not easy, it was an uncharted territory for me, especially coming from a law background, wala akong business background, Pero I'm a firm believer na lahat ng bagay ay talagang mapag-aaralan, And kailangan mo lang sa law sa law industry, law profession, kailangan mo ng, palagi ko sinasabi, kapal ng mukha tsaka ng lakas ng loob. So tinransition ko yung ganong mentality dito sa business. Kasi kailangan maging risk taker ka no? It was a gamble, no, so to speak. Kaya naman I had to learn the ropes of it, the ins and outs, no, kung paano mag-manage ng business. And it takes commitment, I can say. It takes really sacrifice, no, to learn everything na wala kang idea. So ma-happy yung firm, sa law firm, sa business, and then sa family. Ano? But it has its advantage. Pwede ko na ba ituloy yung advantage na yun, Kuya Paul? Kasi napupunta, especially today, no, ngayon sa time ng COVID, ano, medyo humina yung income sa isang basket, so to speak. Ano. Medyo nawala yung ibang opportunities, medyo nawala yung ibang income streams, pero may bumubuhay na ibang income stream. So, yun yung isa sa kagandahan ng pagkakaroon ng maraming basket. So, dito sa business na to, no, natuto tayo na makasalamuha ng iba't ibang tao na clients, no, from hotels, restaurants, restaurant owners, so from different walks of life na kasalamuha natin sa kanila. And I can say na being a lawyer and an entrepreneur, no, they're the same, no. You extend service, you give value, no. You give value to your clients and you represent their interest. So, yun ang nakikita kong pagkakaparehas ng pagiging isang lawyer at saka isang entrepreneur.
Yun.
Ayun lang.
Tama. And nabanggit nyo nga no, na talagang hindi ganun kadali magsimula bilang isang ng ating mga negosyo. And along the way, ano yung masasabi nyong naging struggle nyo bilang isang entrepreneur?
Isaac?
Natin.
On my side, sige. Well, I think na-share rin ni Ponch, no, yung also yung the details of his journey. Sa akin naman kasi when I also started, mas corporate yung gusto kong tahakin na landas, no. By the way, ako naman I'm an IT graduate sa LaSalle, ComSci actually. So I was really more geared towards technology. And so ang ginawa ko was really trying to be kumbaga learning as much as I can on how I dun sa IT side of management, no? So but again, yung sa akin naman it's really seeing a lot of opportunities while I was working in the corporate world. Then yun nga, jumping forward to the question, ano yung mga struggles, no? Again, no, I think I would say sobrang daming struggles, and it's not an easy journey, no, but definitely a fulfilling one. Yung struggles, I have a couple to mention. So the first one, when I was starting out, it was really understanding the financial side, no. In the beginning, it was really about understanding the intellectual and sweat capital that I have, which was what I have learned in school, no. But never in my life was I educated in the financial side, no. So I struggled with that. So finding out how to fund the business, how do you make a business sustainable, no? So it's really important that may financial intelligence tayo, no? Understanding how money works, what are the different instruments that are available to us, and also having the discipline, no? When we manage our finances. So my first struggle was really understanding how money works, no? Kasi ang pagkaintindi ko lang growing up was just, earn more, save more, and then kung marami kang pera sa bangko, then happy ka, no? But it wasn't the case. We always have this false notion, pala not mindset, but false notion that wealth is really about parang how much you have in the bank, but that's not true, no. True wealth is about how much cash flow you can generate in a short amount of time, no. So it's that, no, it's cash flow, not necessarily savings, no. And another struggle that I encountered while doing business, of course, mainly was about with people, sourcing them, finding the best talents that you can, and at the same time, again, fitting everything within the budget, and at the same time leading people towards the vision that you want to achieve. So nagkaroon ng struggles there, managing people. So before we were a group of, we started as 2, then 5, then grew until we were around 30 to 40, before we merged with the Bolton Group, which grew to a 400 people company. So dealing with people is, of course, another thing, that you have to learn. How do you lead people? How do you guide them? How do you build the right culture? When I say right culture for your company. So that was the struggles that I encountered, no? And syempre, ang pinaka masaklap, I would say, na struggles. And I'm sure a lot of people a lot of entrepreneurs would agree, is that sometimes we feel that we're alone because ganun talaga ang feeling. No? Nobody would, parang wala nakakaintindi sa'yo.
Yeah.
You try to Google those questions, parang paano ba to? But you don't find the right answer because it's really case to case basis. So I struggled with finding a good mentor, actually, and that was that's also one advice that I could say, na maghanap tayo ng mentor who could actually guide us. Because when I was starting out, though I had my dad on the leadership side, but on the tech field, I had no mentor. So it was really a struggle. How do I grow the business? How should the tech company be? How should we gear up for scale? What are the right business models? So I had a lot of questions, and I met a lot of industry giants, public listed companies. For investments and stuff, and I actually try to expose myself to as much as possible to them because I get to learn from their insights, Ang dami ko nalalearn na bago. So yun, that's one of the main struggles, actually, yung feeling mo alone ka. Na not a lot of people would understand you, not even your own family would understand you, because again, tama sinabi ni Ponch, it's entrepreneurship is taking risk, and taking risk. You and I would have a different risk profile. We would have different ways of how we look at risk. So even mag-asawa kayo, iba yung tingin niyo sa ito okay to, pero sa asawa mo it's not the same. So and that's where you feel na parang mag-isa ka, so yun, I think those are pretty much the 3 top struggles that I feel going through entrepreneurship. So yeah, that's my side.
Nabanggit ni Isaac yung term na yung struggle niya, yung struggle niya sa paghahanap ng pangalan nito, yung in terms of mentorship, importante talaga. Kasi tayo nga naman, lahat tayo dito sa show na to, hindi naman tayo business graduates . Kami ni Joseph, engineering graduates kami, Polisay, tapos si Isaac nasa IT, Pero along the way, we realized that by finding a mentor, napakahalaga. And katulad nito, being a dad din, hawak ko ngayon si Peter, hindi siya props, umiyak talaga siya. So, naging props siya ngayon. Sa'yo, Ponching, ano ba yung mga struggles na na-encounter mo?
To summarize it, siguro 3 points, Kuya Paul. Siguro number 1, yung balancing the time or yung time mo. Kasi I manage a law firm, and then I manage business, and then I manage a family as well, siguro you can say that. When you accept clients kasi, you have to give 100%. When I say 100%, yung all the time and effort mo, ibibigay mo for that particular client when he needs you. Kasi being in the law profession, it requires parang it's a jealous profession, sabi nga nila. Miski patulog ka na, guguluhin ka ng client, and wala kang magagawa kasi kay client, lawyer ka niya. So you have to answer and be accountable sa mga ginagawa mo for your client. So nadagdagan pa siya ng another industry, no? So another undertaking, which is the business side. So pag nadagdagan pa yon, tapos yung client, tapos may mga demanding client ka, medyo nahati yung oras mo. Medyo you're spreading yourself too thin, kumbaga. So ang struggle ko noon, Kuya Paul, na nagsimula yung business, I had to turn down or I had to decline some clients sa law firm kasi it would be difficult for me to serve them and to extend legal services na hindi ako binibigay yung 100% ko. Nakakahiya naman yun, ano? So I had to turn down several clients. I had to refer them to other lawyers para makapag-focus dito sa business sa meat trading business, ano? So anong tumatakbo sa isip ko ng mga panahon na yun? Parang yung naisip mo, uy, pera na to, parang it's an opportunity to earn na siguradong kikita, pero pinagpalit mo doon sa business mo na medyo nag-i-struggle or medyo hindi maganda yung sales, yung mga sales for a particular month. So ganun yung mga tumatakbo sa isip ko. But then again, I realized na this is a risk, no? Entering into a business or venturing into a business is really a risk. And talagang mapapapuyat ka para makapag-focus ka dun sa isang particular na bagay or dun sa particular undertaking. And so what I did was I had to refer the clients to other lawyers, and then I focused on parang running the business. Ano? So yun yung isa. And number two, yung you have to surround yourself with trustworthy people, lalo na sa business side. Kasi mahirap, kailangan lahat ngayon, Kuya Paul and Joseph, naka-document. Siguro dahil coming from a lawyer, no? We want everything transparent. So sa mga nakikinig na entrepreneurs, no, sa lahat ng mga papasukan yung agreement or contracts, make sure na everything is detailed and your responsibilities and duties are all delineated, ano, and detailed in the contract. So for me, I'd rather have a trustworthy employee, no, coming back or relating back to sa sinabi ko kanina. I'd rather have a trustworthy employee rather than a skilled one. Kasi mas panatag yung kalooban ko when hiring a person na alam ko mapagkakatiwalaan kaysa sa tao na sobrang skilled or informed, alam yung gagawin, pero medyo alangan ka. So ayoko nang lumaki yung problema. So kapag ako naman yung nag-i-interview kung sino yung i-hire mo, I lean more on their character and their conviction. And lastly, yung mentorship. Tama si Isaac. Lahat tayo, tama ka din, Kuya Paul, lahat tayo may iba-ibang backgrounds. I'd just like to emphasize that, no? Now, dito sa pinasok nating entrepreneurial undertakings, ano, you have to learn everything on your own. It is a challenge. Kaya ang mantra ko parang every day is a battle of discipline, no, consistency, and excellence. So I have my daily schedule, and I try to stick to it, no. And at the end of the day, no, mawawala yung stress ko pag nakita yung anak mo na nag-aantay sa'yo. So yun lang, Kuya Paul. You value everything, value your family, value your day job, kung meron man kayo, and value your business.
Well, you know, nakakatawa kasi 10 years ago, Ponching and I joined a contest, yung sa CNN and YouTube, about climate change. Yeah, meron talaga kaming close relationship ni Ponching. And Ponching actually knows my love story kasi yung asawa ko ngayon si Tep, na-meet namin yun ni Ponching. And to cut the story short, although siya yung tipong best man ko dahil siya yung nakakaalam ng love story namin. At 4 na yung anak ko, si Ponch. Meron na ring anak, 1 na yung anak. And siguro may susunod pang 10 si Ponch. And talagang na-realize natin na as dads, you guys are daddies, Sabi ni Ponching, yung pag-manage ng time, kailangan mo syempre i-lead rin yung mga anak mo, kumbaga, isa yan sa mga blessings talaga, of being a dad. For you, Isaac, how are you, juggling your time? Oh, nawala si Isaac. biglang nawala si Isaac. Hindi naman natakot siguro dahil lang tanong natin about dads. Well, okay lang yan. Babalik naman si Isaac. Pero si Ponching muna, tanongin natin, Ayun na, bumalik na si Isaac. Akala ko natakot ka sa tanong about being a dad.
Sorry. Mali na ata napindot ko. Yeah. Can you repeat the question? Sorry.
Yeah, Isaac. So for you, managing your time as a dad, as an entrepreneur, gaano ito ka-challenging para sa'yo? And what are the moments that you're cherishing that you have a business now and you're spending quality time with your kid and with your family in general?
So definitely managing time is, I would say, one of, if there would be parang top 3 qualities or disciplines that an entrepreneur has to have, I would say time management is most important. No? So it started actually when I got into college, and thank you to smartphones. No, during that time, yung Nokia na may calendar feature. As early as first year college, actually I started working. No, so I learned how to schedule my time. And the reason why I was kind of like forced to do that because I was actually a student athlete. I think Paul, you know that, no? I played for LaSalle kasi I played tennis and sa UAP, no.
Wow.
So I had to schedule everything kasi I had to study, I had to practice, and I had to work pa. So with those 3 things, syempre you're juggling everything. There were definitely some sacrifices that have to be made, no? So walang date kung meron man, di ba? Or what you call this, walang gimmick. It was really about what you wanted to achieve, no? So that discipline was really instilled in me very early on, thanks to sports as well. And during that time when I was in college, syempre I wasn't too well off, and that's the reason why I had to work. So eventually I told myself na syempre I didn't want to find myself in the same spot after 5 years or after I graduate from school, no? So I told myself na sige, with everything that I have right now, parang you invest in yourself and you're the best technically, even though I didn't know that, no, but that you are the best investment you could ever make, no? Investing in yourself, I mean, no. So I said to myself, sige, aral tayo na mabuti, work tayo na mabuti, take care of your body mo ng mabuti. Then when you graduate, invest another 5 years of your life, then probably you'd be probably somewhere well off na you could be able to add more value, no? So yun nga. So managing time is really very important, no? And now when I started Pandora, I was actually still working, no? Of course, I would definitely say case to case basis, but when you make your jump to entrepreneurship, make sure that may spare tire ka, no? So ang spare tire ko noon was my employment, and that was my I treat employment as an income stream, no? Parang a business on its own, no? A revenue source. So while the business that I started was not really generating that much income, of course you have to maintain yung existing income source, no? So I had to manage both. I had to do double time. And then when I started Pandora and it was taking off, eventually another opportunity came up, no? That was a business that back then with my father-in-law, no. So that also allowed me to practice again scheduling, time management, and for me, ano yan eh, sometimes a lot of employees would have the wrong mindset about entrepreneurship or having your own business. Kasi lagi sinasabi na you can take ownership of your time, you have more free time. Well, that's true, but definitely again, as Uncle Ben Parker would say, no, great power comes great responsibility, no. So given na marami kang oras, you have to be responsible for your time, no. So and lalo na pag ikaw mag-isa, lalo na pag wala kang accountability partner, no. So nobody checks up on you. Pwede ka naman na hindi magising na maaga. You can just tell yourself na don't work today, di ba? So it's really hard, no? It requires you to be more disciplined if you are with your time, no? If you're an entrepreneur, no? I myself, I'm not perfect with time management, and my wife knows this, no? But then again, it's really important in how you manage your time and how you set focus on the goals that you want to achieve, no? So sa akin ano yan eh, don't stop until you meet that milestone, no? So yun, so that's what I would say about time management.
Kakatawa.
Siguro if I can add, I just remembered one thing. Ano yan eh, this principle of that I learned this, no. Kasi if you would notice, no, when we were young, ano lang yan eh, the aspect of our lives is really focused on career. Tama, no? So we get to spend more time on career. Siyempre, of course, with our own family, no, immediate family. But as you grow, of course, magkakaroon ka ng girlfriend, magkakaroon ka ng asawa, magkakaroon ka ng what you call this, anak. Different stages of your life would definitely require more, would be more demanding of your time, no? So even though if we're not talking about business, every time you go and level up on those things, you definitely have to watch your time, no? You have to balance everything out. Spend time with your family, spending time with your wife, spending your time with your children. Kasi madaming parts of you eh. You as a businessman, you as a father, you as a husband, and you as you, no, as yourself for growth. So there's 4 different aspects that you have to watch out, no. So again, time management is really very important, and I would say, you know, if you are somebody who is very addict to metrics, no, every aspect, I mean those 4 aspects, may peso value yan, no. How much time you spend with your wife, may peso value yan. How much time you spend with your kids, may peso value din yan. How much time you spend for yourself in your career, may peso value din yan, no. So some may not be income generating, no, but those are priceless, no. And some aspects naman are income generating, so you also have to watch out, no. So it's really balancing all of these 4 things, you know, and being aware of what you're getting into. So yeah, that's what I wanted to add.
Yun. Nakakatawa naman. Joseph.
I changed.
Ayan. And since lahat naman kayo dyan ay dad, so ito naman yung tanong naming mga single, no? So,
Sige.
Kung babalikan nyo ng mga panahon na single kayo, ano yung may i-advise nyo sa younger self nyo? Nung mga time na single kayo, in terms of entrepreneurship, ngayon na naranasan nyo siya bilang may asawa na kayo at may mga anak.
Ponching?
Pochi, ikaw naman siguro muna.
Yeah, ako simple lang. Never stop learning sa younger self ko. Kasi lumaki ako, Kuya Paul and Joseph, na I aspired to be like my dad, no? He was a lawyer. So parang yung mindset ko, gusto rin makikatulad niya, I want to be a lawyer. So pero nawala sa focus or nawala sa isip ko yung ibang aspeto, no? Na pagiging adult or adulting, no? Like entering or venturing into a business. So hindi ako naging familiar doon. So ang maganda sigurong sasabihin ko, no, very practical dito sa younger self ko while single pa siya. To explore all other options available to you. Kung saan ka magaling, kung ano yung niche mo, kung ano yung what you value most, and kung ano yung talent mo. Why not make something out of it? Or why not make a business opportunity out of it? So siguro ako, blessed na lang din ako, thank you kay Lord, kasi nagagawa namin mag-asawa mag-venture into businesses dahil feeling namin may self-security naman din with our jobs, kaya nakapag-risk ka, which is nice. So nadadagdagan din yung knowledge mo, nadadagdagan yung experience mo, lumalawak, nagiging open-minded ka pa sa lahat, sa ibang mga bagay na hindi ka familiar. Which is very nice kasi marami ka ring mga clients, marami kang mga tao na nami-meet along the way. Ayun lang naman.
Yun. Ikaw naman, Isaac.
Sige, sa akin naman, well, I'm trying to recount, I'm trying to recall ano yung mga nafe-feel ko when I was starting out, when I was young, no? Siguro when I was younger, parang feel ko parang nadideprive ako ng mga bagay-bagay, no? And at the same time, there was a lot of fear and doubt with my choices, you know. But I think with what I said, no, investing in yourself, you would never go wrong. So ano lang talaga, if I knew where I would be right now, I would siguro spend more time, kumbaga, investing more in myself, and at the same time telling myself na trust in the Lord, no, because you prayed for it. I asked the Lord for this particular path, no, and God was indeed faithful in giving this. Kumbaga, ano yung purpose ko sa life, no? And what's nice is He provided everything for it. So, yun. And siguro, another thing siguro practical na gusto ko sabihin sa sarili ko when I was younger is learn finance. Learn finance because, I mean, there's different aspects of finance, no? It's not just about accounting, it's not just about financial instruments, but different ways of how we use finance, no? And I'm thankful also for my mentor, specifically my father-in-law and my dad, no, who've been mentoring me ever since, and my father-in-law now, no, even more so because I'm venturing out to different businesses, and yun, and as you progress, you would definitely see how important financial intelligence is, no? So it's not just basic accounting, I would say. So yun, if you could spend more time learning about how money works and finance, that would definitely help me a lot, no? Especially when I was making deals. Actually, to be honest, no, sharing some insights, I would never had made the deal with Bolton or OutSOC without me understanding finance really well, no. Again, it was I would say thanks to my father-in-law for teaching me a lot dun sa finance side, no. And because of that, I was able to broker a good deal, no. So yun, finance, yun yung lumilitaw sa akin. And going back to what I said, trust in, have faith in what you prayed for. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nakatuwa yung sinabi mo kasi years ago, isa sa mga nag-lead sa akin into go to business is the book of Robert Kiyosaki. It's called Rich Dad Poor Dad. Nagbigay talaga to ng blueprint na posible naman talaga pala na magkaroon na mag-run ka ng business. And we're speaking of which, we're all daddies. Yung mga guests natin dito, daddies. Joseph will become a future daddy to. Napakahalaga talaga na ituro talaga eh. You said you wanna learn more about finance, yung financial literacy. Napakahalaga talaga ituro rin sa ating mga anak yung finances. Ito yung isa sa mga ginagawa ko sa kanila. Learning din, Daddy, what is credit? Sabi ko, credit is bad, debit is good, cash is king, debit is dumb, sabi ko sa kanila. Kayo, no, bilang last question natin, this coming Father's Day, we are, reminded of course, being dads. Paano nyo ituturo sa next generation? Ano yung mga ways na dapat gawin? At siguro napapractice nyo na rin on how are you gonna teach your kids financial literacy? Ponch?
Actually. Magandang tanong yan, Kuya Paul. Kasi ako personally, as of now, I'm still learning. I'm still learning, gaya na sinabi ni Isaac, yung mga natutunan niya, learn finance. Nagiging applicable sa aming mag-asawa yun ngayon. So, I make time to learn about it, especially now na na-involve ka na or engaged ka na sa business. Ako naman, simple lang, lumaki kasi kaming mga magkakapatid. Tinuruan kami ng mga magulang namin how to save money. Siguro, more than saving money, I will teach my child how to not only save, but maintain and grow. If I'm not mistaken, yun yung tinuro ni Mr. Chinky Tan, Yung si Chink Positive. Marami ako natututunan sa kanya. So, sort of a mentor ko siya kapag nanonood ako ng mga videos niya, which I find really helpful. It's not only enough that you save. You have to maintain it and grow it. So, if you maintain it and you grow it, ibig sabihin, nag-grow ka din as a person. Nag-grow ka rin as an individual. Kasi mas marami kang opportunities na nakikita, marami kang opportunities na pinapasok, marami ka ring experiences na nakukuha and learnings na nakukuha sa lahat ng pinapasok or sa lahat ng bine-venture mo. So, yun ang tuturo ko sa anak ko siguro, Kuya Paul, It's not just enough to save, Grow it, my child.
Wow, very inspiring yan. Isaac?
Yeah, actually, I do agree. So it's not just about saving money, although I would say saving money is one of a good trait of an entrepreneur. Of course, it's having the discipline to control your finances. Saving is that discipline. To add to that also is the value of it. Kasi saving is keeping, but of course the generating the cash flow is another thing. So the value of money, how it is earned, they would eventually appreciate cash. Kasi I mean, we've seen this. Pag hindi natuturuan ng value of money, value of work, they see it as they see kumbaga they tend to be entitled, and they treat cash as something like water or air, na hindi nauubos. Well, technically nauubos din, but it's something that's unlimited to them, So I think it's to teach them the value of work, hard work, the value of meritocracy, and eventually from there they would see na saving is also important. Then tama din si attorney, na to grow it as well, and growing it really depends on, I would say, where their interests would lie, or technically ano yung gusto nilang gampanan sa buhay or their purpose. I'm not gonna impose to my child na, you want, since I'm an entrepreneur, you have to be an entrepreneur as well. Hindi naman ganon, but teaching them financial literacy, that they would understand how to manage their own finances, na they won't end up kumbaga hindi siya magiging negative, it's either they progress, or they would be able to have something, lalo na they could pass it on to their kids as well. So yon, value of hard work, meritocracy, and growing up. I would agree with attorney. The value of how you should grow your money in what respective field that you want to be in. be in, if you want to be in sports, you want to be in the corporate world, especially if you want to be in business, then definitely we should be able to teach them that.
Well, very insightful yung mga shinare ng ating guest ngayong gabi, Joseph. And we are very thankful sa ating mga guests ngayong gabi. Bago tayo magtapos, gusto ko lang basahin yung nasa Proverbs chapter 23 verse 24. Sabi ni King Solomon, "The father of a righteous child has a great joy. A man who fathers a wise son rejoices in him." So it's really a give and take relationship bilang maging tatay. Sabi nga sa kasabihan Pilipino, madaling maging tatay pero mahirap magpakatatay. Yung becoming of a dad talaga yung challenges, especially we all are really juggling several accolades, or not just accolades, pero yung mga endeavor, yung mga ginagawa natin sa ating buhay, be it in the family, in the church, in the workplace, in the neighborhood. Talaga it will make a difference once we pass all these learnings to the next generation. Thank you so much sa ating mga guests, kay Mr. Isaac at kay Ponching, for joining us. We are praying for you guys will have a very successful business and a family. At Joseph, last words for the future dad like you?
So kung nag-talk sila about younger self, ako naman to future Father Joseph. So I think I can really say na yung mga ganito, makinig tayo sa mga mentors or sa ibang mga tao regarding sa mga advice nila regarding business or even your personal development. And I believe, especially sa mga millennials ngayon, na wag lang tayo puro social media or kung ano-ano mga pinagkakabalahan, but make it na yung ating bawat segundo, bawat minuto, bawat araw ng buhay natin is magiging kapaki-pakinabang. And for sure, yung mga dreams natin makakamtan natin. So thank you po guys, mga dads.
Thank you so much for joining us in Beyond Frontliners. So Beyond Frontliners.
Father's Day.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day.
People talaga, na mga experts sa kanilang field. Catch us again next week on Beyond Frontliners. Remember, here, don't be part of the problem, be part of the solution.
Be part of the solution.
Yon, bye-bye. Salamat sa ating lahat.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.